You are listening to the Hiking Radio Network, where we talk the walk with shows by hikers, about hikers, for everybody.
This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we hang out and talk about everything from hammocks and hammock camping to the group hangs from around the country. Hey everyone, welcome to the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where we unwind, relax, and delve into all things hammock related. Join us as we swing into the world of hammocks, exploring tips and tricks for setting up that perfect hang, sharing stories of outdoor adventures, and discovering the latest trends in hammock camping and relaxation. Whether you're a seasoned hammocker or new to the art of hanging, this podcast is your cozy corner to kick back, escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and soak in the soothing atmosphere of the hammock culture. Prepare to be inspired, educated, and entertained as we embrace the hammock lifestyle together. So grab your favorite hammock, find that perfect spot to hang, and let's embark on a hammock-filled journey that will leave you feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the world. This is the Hammock Hangers Podcast, where every episode is a breath of fresh air. Let's get started.
All right, everybody. If you've been hanging around for the podcast episode, we're going to go ahead and get started. We had some slight technical difficulties, but we are good to go. And for my ego, we're going to power through. So I'm just kind of blown away by the crowd today, and just talking to you all has been absolutely amazing today, hearing some of the really great stories that you guys have had for HangCon and the conversations that you've had about this event and what it means to you. It's really been amazing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So HangCon 2026, a live episode. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's special episode live right here at HangCon 2026. If everybody in the house say yeah. All right. I think with this one episode attendance, we have tripled, maybe even quadrupled our totally daily listeners for our episode. So we have a slew of people here that are waiting to hear us yap about...
we did hold them hostage with food, though.
We did hold them hostage with food.
Yeah.
Well, if for those of you that may be out there that have been on our podcast as guests, as you can see, this is probably a lot more professional than the blurred out mess background of my closet that hops up. At least Paul has a decent studio. I'm just really locked in the closet.
But they don't see all that.
They don't see all that. Like
Luckily.
I
still got to see it, though.
Well... It's pretty messy. I've tried to do, but yeah. So we have a few questions that people have written down, and we're gonna hop in and just share some other things that we've got going on in the coming months, and maybe talk about some gear, and we're gonna see what kind of rabbit holes that we can get going down. So if you have other questions that you would like answered, you can. We have a question box that you can submit your questions into, and we will try to answer them to the best of our ability without offering any incriminating evidence otherwise. So, Paul, let's get to some questions. Do you have one for me, or you want to start first? Or?
Oh, no, this first one's actually for you.
Oh, this first one's for me. Okay, let's go.
Call out your name specifically. What does AJ stand for?
All right, so AJ stands for... Aubrey Jr. So,
I'm actually surprised you actually said that.
Well, I mean, that's my name.
Well, I know it is, but I mean,
so here, I guess maybe like the name Aubrey.
You normally don't like that.
I don't like it, and not because I don't like my name, because I share the same name as my dad. So, like that's kind of cool, I guess. I've never really been like. Oh, it's kind of a weird relationship. I love my dad. I love my dad to death. But here recently, Aubrey has had like a very like feminine name. However, because I've had students that are Aubreys, lots of them.
Yeah.
None of them are males.
So you want us to all start calling you Aubrey?
No, but Aubrey is Old English for King of the Elves, and not like Christmas elves. We're talking like Lord of the Rings, kind of like macho elves. At least that's what I tell myself to sleep at night. So, yeah. So no, my AJ stands for Aubrey. Well, my full name is Aubrey Lee Glenn Jr. I mean the Lee for every Southern boy that grew up in Virginia, Lee.
Lee.
Good old Robert E. Lee.
Lee.
Yeah. Old habits die hard, I guess.
I guess.
But so AJ, very few people that I've known. I went through a stage where I wanted to be called Aubrey for a while. So there's like a certain group of friends that call me Aubrey, but usually no one calls me Aubrey. I
remember the first time I ever asked you what it stood for. You seemed kind of hesitant. That's why it just threw me off when you just. I've got it. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question again.
Great.
Live. You was asked it earlier, and we're going to see how hesitant you are now. How much have you spent
today?
No, lifetime worth of gear.
Oh, Lord.
I know you have a spreadsheet.
I do not have a spreadsheet.
You have a spreadsheet.
How much have I spent on hammock gear?
Yes, don't look up. Look over that way. Right over to your right.
Look into the eyes of the abyss. No, I mean, I legitimately have. All right, so last year at HangCon, I put together as many equipment bundles as I could to bring to HangCon because someone always needs a setup, or like last night somebody may only have like a 20-degree quilt or a 40-degree quilt. Well, I didn't want any. It's my personality. I don't want anybody to be cold. So what I did, I put all of my sets together for as much as I could, and I brought 12 complete setups. And I can make 12 complete setups, and that is top quilt, under quilt, hammock, and tarp. And so just in that, I don't know, you think about, gosh, I may be a math teacher, and I'm just quietly doing the calculations on just what that would cost alone, and that's an uncomfortable number, Paul. Just not even the fact that my wife is standing here, just personally how much of investment that is. Oh, man. When you would say hey, lot, I spent like $5,000 on hammock, that seems like a lot, but just calculating that amount quickly supersedes $12. It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Okay.
The first me that said when I learned about hammock camping and immediately went, what idiot spends $300 on a hammock setup? Mm-hmm. That crow pie is deep dish.
That's really why I keep asking you the same question.
What idiot spends $300 on hammock gear? I would pay. There's been pieces of gear that I've almost paid double of that for just one piece of gear.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, let's go on to the next question.
Next question.
Let's get me off the hot plate here.
Okay, Dawn, I tried again. We'll shoot it. We'll go for it another time. Okay. What was your first hammock?
Okay, so my very first hammock, when I found out about hammock camping, my ADHD went in full swing. I had a neurodivergent plunge into the abyss because just my personality, I can't tiptoe through the tulips into a single hobby. I go guns to the wall. So I quickly found hammock forums when hammock forums were bustling, and I remember I went to the first for sale section of the hammock forums, and I found a brown It was the ugliest brown color ever, but it was a Eno one link system for $125. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not the idiot that's going to spend $300 on a system, but $125, it's got stuff. It's quality stuff because I was young and stupid. But I got that. But I got into that and I was absolutely hooked. And that really just opened the floodgates. Quickly after that, though, I decided, hey, I want to invest in a cottage vendor, even though I didn't really understand what a cottage vendor was. And Brandon from Warbonnet had literally just released the XLC. And I bought one very quickly after he released that. And I bought an 11-foot Superfly tarp because it was one of those things that I was going to buy once, cry once, because I heard that so much. Well, that was another slice of crow pie. And it just kind of went from there. But I would say that the Eno was the gateway, but the XLC was really my hooked on hammock that I was really into hammock camping.
Okay.
All right, so Paul, I'm going to throw some questions at you, even though I already know these answers, but I'm going to let you talk, which I very rarely do, so we're going to go with this.
I know. I do the editing, remember?
All right, how many people or volunteers does it take to run HangCon?
That's a good number, actually. What do we got? There's probably at least 20.
Oh, yes.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
That's just quick numbers off the top of my head. Do you know the exact?
I don't know the exact, but so last year, if you've seen a lot of our staff, they have the Paul is not wearing his because he's a bum, but we bought all of our staff the green and gray Lightheart hoodies that you can see from those guys over there. And I remember we bought, I want to say 20 of them. We have added some members to like our volunteer staff this year. So I'll say we're close to like 25, like boots on the ground here. But throughout the year, outside of the event and our planning weekend, how many people run HangCon, Paul? Two. Me and you together forever. Oh, but I take that back. It's really like 4. In fact, Dawn has done a lot of the Christmas miracle that is HangCon this year. Sorry, I love you. I'm already sleeping outside today, but I may be sleeping outside longer. But
yeah, my wife does. She does put it. She helps a lot, but she also puts up with a lot. I mean, she's actually the one that coined it. From what I'd say September-ish until right before the event starts is HangCon season. So it's not even Christmas season or anything like that anymore. It's HangCon season.
And jokes on them because that's when we were only doing it one time a year.
Well, see, that's how we sneak stuff in for us too. We say it's from the vendors.
Yeah. Like, I get a large package, which automatically goes, what is this for? Oh, it's for HangCon. It's totally for HangCon.
It's from a vendor.
It's from a vendor.
We're not lying.
That's not lying.
It's from the vendor.
Yeah.
See, that was
the awkward silence and the just pausing of eyes, just back, like, it's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, man. But yeah, so while we're talking about gear, a question for you. What is a piece of gear, maybe this year or very recently, that has stood out to you as, hey, this is pretty darn good?
There's a lot of it. I don't even know what the last thing was that I got, to be honest with you.
All right, so while you're thinking, I want to throw out some ones that So I've had the chance to test out a lot of really cool gear this year, and the 3 pieces kind of really stick out to me. First is my little fanny pack that I have here from Matt from Red Paw Packs. So so this is a amazing pack. So fair warning, when Matt gave me this in Denmark, I was like, a fanny pack. I'm not quite 40 yet, and I'm not quite really ready to embrace like this stereotypical dad thing. But thank you. I'm sure I could use it over, the event, keep my passport in it, because Lord knows if I'm going to lose something, it would be my passport. And so I said thank you, and I put it on, and I wore it, and I was like, you know what? This is a pretty. I like having this little extra pocket here, like it to keep things up. Oh, I can attach things here. Oh, I can put my knife on it, and that. I have used this sucker so much since Denmark. I used it throughout our entire summer vacation. I use it on I'll even use it to go to the grocery store. Like that's sometimes an adventure.
I'm just picturing that, in my head. Remember the picture of The Rock standing there with his fanny pack on?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That went viral.
Well, I appreciate that you think that I look like The Rock.
I didn't say you look like The Rock. The fanny pack.
Oh, the fanny.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love this fanny pack or my adventure sack from Matt. So, Matt, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see. Another piece of gear. Oh, have you got one?
The most recent gear that I've gotten has been the Yobo chair swings.
Yeah.
Which my wife, Deanna, she loves those to death. That was one of the first things she made me set up out there, of course. But then the UL cricket as well.
Oh, the UL cricket, yeah. So you went. So you got the UL. I just got the regular carbon fiber one, and that's been really great. I actually took the carbon fiber cricket on an airplane, which is really amazing to me. Hammock stands have come just leaps and bounds over the last 4 years. Mainly, I would say mainly Yobo. They have done the most innovation for any company. Where to the fact, I have some of the old Hammock stands. For those of you like OG hammock campers might remember a company called Hammock. Those suckers are like 4 foot long in a bag, and they weigh literally feels like 200 pounds. But the fact that we can now have a hammock stand that will support a full-grown adult, like a real big boy. I mean, the original cricket was holding me up before I lost all the weight. Yeah. So we have a cricket stand that legitimately held over 400 pounds, and I can put it in a carry-on bag and take it on an airplane and take it across the country, which I did. I took it across the country to California. I took it up across the country this way to Michigan. And I've taken multiple stands to Denmark in some capacity. It just blows my mind that's the case.
Yeah, I think I took my cricket stand over to Denmark as well, if I remember correctly. We were over there. So
the cricket stands are great.
Yes.
Another really amazing piece of gear that I've tried this year is the Dutchware Hellbender.
Okay.
So really great hammock with originally I was very unsure how I would like having a zipper only on one side of the hammock because originally, you have to adjust your underquilt. Like, having a zipper only one side. But with the Hellbender, you don't.
Yeah, because that's sewn on, right?
Yeah, it's one of the quilted hammocks from Dutchware. That's the one that I actually slept in last night. And usually, even like at 20, it was in the 20s last night, and I stayed significantly warmer than I thought I would all around. It's really, really, really a great hammock.
Okay.
Do I like it as much as my quilted chameleon? No. But if I would, the quilted chameleon is really one of, if not the favorite hammock that I have. Just because I like all the extra accessories. But if I was going to go on a hike long term, the Hellbender is definitely the way that I would go.
Okay. Hey, I'm losing stuff up here.
The next question that I have is a really quick answer. What time will the bacon deal start? Well, I believe that Jason is frying up bacon right now. So if you would like to leave Jason is not frying up bacon right now. Oh, 9:30. 9:30.
The fancy one has spoken.
Excellent.
Okay, here's one for you.
Okay.
Let's be for both of us. I got to think about it. What is the nastiest food ever served at HangCon?
Oh, the nastiest food that was ever served at HangCon. So no, it's not Scrapple. I heard that. Scrapple is a delicious delicacy fit for only the most refined palates.
Who was it that said Scrapple? Was that you? Yeah.
Y'all are just the haters.
No.
All right, so.
How many of y'all out there have had the Scrapple before? Okay.
No.
So who all likes the Scrapple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Delicious.
Yeah, no.
Delicious. All right.
No. You know what I say about that. We're on a podcast, so I can't say it.
So a lot of the food at HangCon in some way, shape, or form has certain stories. One of the stories that the one that comes to mind was we didn't do it this year, but in the past, one of the nights that we've always done white chicken chili. And we didn't do it this year, which I'm kind of sad about because I really like white chicken chili. But one of the ingredients in, I want to say either the first or the second year that we did it, one of the ingredients is green chilies. And so we went to Restaurant Depot where we were buying a bunch of this stuff. And, you know, we're in a rush. We're trying to get back to like feed people for that Wednesday night. So I'm just like grabbing cans. And I grabbed this big number 10 can of what I thought was green chilies. It was not. It was chilies and adobo sauce. So the chili itself tasted fine. However, the visual appealingness of light pink chicken chili, you know, kind of gives the aura of, you know, salmonella chowder. So the color wasn't exactly great.
I do remember that.
But it tastes really good. You just had to get over the pink color.
Well, same with the oatmeal that one day, or that one time when they cooked it with the raisins in it. And it looked like we were serving breakfast chili.
Oh, yeah. So we made some oatmeal one year, and instead of like adding the raisins later, we just kind of like, it'll work. So we just dumped it in. And if you've ever had like really dark brown oatmeal and you haven't put anything in it, again, visually, it's not really all that appeasing.
It looked exactly like chili.
It did kind of look like chili. I guess the only other infamous story from food at HangCon is I was telling someone this at dinner tonight. Our barbecue has always come with certain adventures. Every single year, it's been a different adventure. The second year that we did it, where we were cooking for like 300 people. And we had the smoker that's back behind the kitchen. We said, we're going to use this to smoke because we didn't want to have like 3 different smokers. We're just going to do it all on one. So we set up everything. Like Paul set up and stayed up all night. And around 11 o'clock the next day, that Saturday morning, we realized that these butts that have been cooking all night still were not even beyond like 50 degrees internal. And we quickly discovered that something was not quite right about the grill, and all of the heat that Paul had been working all night was literally just going over top of the butts. The butts themselves
where the thermometer
were still,
was.
What's that?
Where the thermometer was.
Where the thermometer was. So it was showing at temp, but 300 pounds of pork was still very, very raw. So we had to basically have our staff, who still has nightmares about this, by the way, we had to hand cut or hand cleaver.
Chop.
Yeah. 300 pounds of still very, very semi-frozen pork and cook it on the flat top. So,
yeah, when you have those, at least 7 or 8 of them back there in the back, about 8 of you, and all 8 of them have meat cleavers in both hands, and they're having to cut up 300 pounds of pork. You don't want to be the one to walk in there because you're the one that actually screwed up. It's kind of scary because they all kind of stop and look at you. It's bad. That's why I sent AJ in.
So, but I mean, that's reason number 892 why I believe that my staff is really the hands down the best in the business, because even with crazy situations that I put them through, kind of like that,
They still pull through.
they're still here and they still finish the job and they come back. And this event, if you see someone with a staff tag on or one of the green Lightheart gear, please tell them thank you. They work their absolute tails off this weekend to make this event happen. And this event would not happen without their hard work and dedication.
Absolutely would not.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, you ready for this one?
Sure, shoot.
What do you think has been the weirdest piece of equipment at HangCon so far?
The weirdest piece of equipment?
Yeah.
The weirdest piece of equipment from like a vendor?
I don't know. It just says weirdest piece of equipment so far.
We did have a lady 2 or 3 years ago that came in with a pet possum. That's
what I was thinking, but that wasn't a piece
That was
of
interesting.
equipment. But that was
I mean,
weird.
not quite like Georgia Bushcraft. That we saw a lot of fur there.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Let's see. Weirdest
What happens at Georgia Bushcraft stays at Georgia Bushcraft, I guess.
man. The weirdest piece. All right. So the weirdest piece of gear.
Weirdest piece of equipment.
I don't know about that one. I always get like just shudders over the whole like smoker. Like that didn't even affect me. It affected me directly, just not physically.
Well, yeah, a smoker that don't smoke. I mean,
so, but yeah.
Well, no, it smoked.
Weirdest piece of equipment. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I don't know if we have anything that's just like downright weird, other than me. But I don't know if I. Okay, I'm just gonna stop right there with that. That thought was getting down very quickly.
PG, AJ, PG.
So this is not a question, Paul, but this is more of a comment. This is our second year, and it's something that we look forward to all year. And I've heard a lot of comments like that today. And this is a comment that like we have had this year, and last year for me felt really, really, really easy. Like I felt everything kind of fell in place, and I felt last year was probably the least stressed that I've had at HangCon ever.
Agree.
I can't put my finger on it, but this year for me has been like I've stressed a lot about it. Like I don't know why. Like it's been the hardest. It's been the hardest year, like just for me. And when I really say that my wife making this Christmas miracle of HangCon happen on my end, it really is true. Like she has worked her tail off and gotten so much of the organization together. Gotten our schedule, all the boards, the little map that's on the back of the information packet that you got. She did that. The information packet that you got, she did that. If you look at my staff board back here, it's all like color coded with like times and things like that. That is the colorful masterpiece that she did it, because my brain don't work that way. And she has just been absolutely amazing, and it's really taken a lot. But even through all the stress that I get through this event, and by Friday, I'm kind of coming down off of like the big stuff, but the stories that people share with me, like, hey, I drove, some cases to a different country. I drove across multiple states, or shoot, in the grand scheme of things, I drove across county to come hang out with these people because this community means so much to me, and I see so much value in that, and that's something that we help create. That really takes a lot of the stress off my plate.
Yeah.
And I've said this on the podcast plenty of times. Making friends as an adult is hard. It truly is. And I hate family reunions. I truly, you see these people that you're related to, and it's still kind of weird. You don't really know where the food has come from. Some of it's going to be great. Some of it might make you sick later. And it's just weird conversations. But I love this family reunion. I love it because I get to see friends that I only get to see maybe once a year, but we catch right back up. And it could be friends from, the same county, or it could be friends from across the pond. Mm-hmm. And this community has meant so much to me, and I absolutely love it.
Me as well. I think you hit the nail on the head with all that, to be honest with you. Okay, let's see. How much time do you and your team spend planning the event, HangCon? Well,
only you and I know.
Planning the event? Well, planning HangCon 2027 will start probably on Tuesday. And it will go until next year.
On top of, what we want to do in Denmark, and on top of what we want to do in California, and any other side quests that we go to.
Right.
Our crew gets together a couple times a year, but we do a really big planning hang the first weekend in December, and we do it here. We usually try to get together between some of us between December and the event to do some of the shopping, because if you tried to do as much shopping for this event all in one day, you would literally drive yourself crazy. So we kind of space that out, but really through, the planning the podcast, maintaining social media, and just other logistics that come up, even stuff that we know this needs to happen, this needs to happen, this needs to happen. It's still got to happen. We really spend, it's a year-long experience. It really, really is.
Yeah. I don't have any more questions here.
Uh-huh.
I do have, I guess it would be an odd question for somebody in the audience out there. I think they're out there. They should be out there somewhere. From somebody else. If anybody is missing a 4-cup glass Pyrex measuring cup, it has been found. Kind of like a statement here. So if anybody remembers missing that Pyrex cup, it's been found, and I know who it is that has it. I may or may not tell you. May cost you.
I'm so confused right now.
There's a couple of people out there that know what I'm talking about. Just go with it.
Okay.
Just go with it.
All right, so this wraps up this week's episode of the Hammock Hangers Podcast, live from HangCon 2026. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I really thank you guys for sitting in the cold. And if you see a vendor named Corey Bleeker, would you get him to schedule a time?
Here he is. Come on up here, Mr. Bleeker. Come on up here. Come on up here. It's over. It's over. Come on up. Come on up.
Happy hanging, everybody.
As we gently sway out of another hammock-filled episode, we want to thank you, our wonderful listeners, for hanging out with us on the Hammock Hangers Podcast. We hope that you have found relaxation, inspiration, and a renewed sense of connection to nature through our discussions. Remember to keep that hammock spirit alive in your daily life, whether it's by taking a few moments to unwind in your own backyard oasis or by planning your next hammock adventure in the great outdoors. Embracing the tranquility, embracing the simplicity, and never forget the joy that comes from simply hanging around. Before we part ways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all things hammock related. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for the Hammock Hangers Podcast. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to hang with you again on our next episode. Until then, stay relaxed, stay adventurous, and keep on hanging those hammocks high. From all of us here at the Hammock Hangers Podcast, we wish you peaceful hangs and endless relaxation. Thank you for tuning in. Happy hanging, everyone.